Right. How are you feeling today, man? You've been a hero this morning.
Well, do you notice anything different about me?
I see a bit of a hero glow about you. A bit of a out there saving lives
because I've lost some weight.
You gave some blood this morning.
Blood, yeah, like an hour ago.
Round of applause for our hero of the G's podcast.
It makes you a little bit pissed afterwards. Like you're a little bit lightheaded and stuff. And I think I said some fucking nonsense to the nurses as I went to leave.
Perfect.
Because you've got to write your job down on the form.
Yeah.
So I write comedian.
Yeah.
And they're always like, oh,
no,
yeah, comedian. I'm like, yeah. They're like, so you must be quite good then. And I'm like, because I think I'd said you had to write as well where you've been in the last kind of few years. If you've been abroad, so I'd been in Norway and Denmark and stuff. So I would put them down. And they were like, you must be good if you're going to those places. And I was like, hey, you do all right.
I mean,
and then
it's not really for me to say, but yes, I think I'm quite fucking excellent,
I'm actually very, very good. I'm surprised you've not heard of me. But then afterwards, they were like, oh, we'll need to come along and see you sometime. Are you doing Edinburgh anytime soon? I went, end of the year, I'm doing loads of Edinburgh. I said, I'm trying to be at home because my girlfriend's pregnant, so I'm trying to get as many gigs there as possible. I went, so don't go to the clubs too often because you'll hear the same material. And then as I left, I went, what was that? What was that, Gareth War?
That's not too bad.
I wasn't too bad, but I was like, oh my God.
In the moment,
you would have said that sober.
Yeah.
But you get a little test on your finger, and I've got on my. I've just
seen you've got a little plaster on you.
I've put it on my index, my pointer, but I've put it on my right pointer.
It's not as intimidating now if you go, hey, fucking you. And you're like, well, plaster on your finger.
You're
all right,
plaster on the end of your finger. What have you done? You stubbed your finger. How do you do that? But it's a night. I can't type on my phone.
That is a nightmare, you know.
Little things you don't think about.
I was getting off a bus the other night, and I had a very limp wrist or a limp hand.
As you do.
As I do.
You were mincing.
That's my style.
Yeah.
And the bus stopped, and I jolted, and my hand went forward, and just fucking my thumb went right into the back of this chair.
Yeah.
And I think I staved it.
Yeah.
And then I was on the phone, and every little scroll, thumb's the scroll, fucking.
That's the chieftain of the phone scrolling. Oh, you're a little thumb. I would have changed hands. I would have changed hands at that point. You're a maniac.
I could have changed. I swear to God, that's actually that's when I've learned I could have changed hands. You saying
that's what I've learned.
That's when I learned I could have
switched hands.
Like so many
Left
times.
thumb would do the same action just
so
as well.
Many. Why did I batter on with the right?
I don't know. Hurting yourself. It does look a little bit.
Oh,
wider.
It's swollen and bruised for shit. Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. The first day, it was like that's all I could do.
It's bad. You've staved your thumb. You're it's actually serious. Yeah,
it's an owie.
Yeah, it's a bit of an owie.
Yeah, it's not serious. I have exciting news.
Okay.
And see when you I'm going to go around the house. This is classic Muchie storytelling. I'm not just going to go to the thing. I'm going to take us all the way around here.
I do sometimes enjoy a Much story. Instead of just giving the news.
Painful. I know they're painful.
Most people go, news, here's how it come about.
Yeah.
You go, here's what you need to know.
It starts in 2008.
Yeah. I got a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Those shoes I put on my feet. I walked. This is where I found the news. Like, oh my God, get to it already.
Those shoes I put on my feet. Right. So see when I started doing stand-up.
Yes.
My first ever gig. I remember Tony Jameson was the compere, and he walked in and he knew another act on, and they were talking about some other gig in like Barnsley or whatever. Let's just say for hypothetical.
Sure.
And I remember thinking, Christ, that's when you know you're fucking living. When you know people from different gigs around the country. My God, if I get there, I'm going to be chuffed.
Yeah.
And this Thursday, there's a doozy, if I may.
You may, yeah.
This Thursday, where are you on Thursday?
Hot water.
I'm also in Liverpool.
Yay!
So's Jojo and so's Stayed. That is as close to Dream Team I can think of.
I'm not staying on Thursday.
Oh, that's killed me. I thought we had a right little fucking team. Are you off up the road?
Yeah, I'm going to go home. I'm staying on the Wednesday night.
Is Wednesday the 5th? I'm also there the 5th.
Oh, perfect then.
So let's do the 5th.
Yeah. I'm also not drinking though, as you know, as we discussed last time.
You are not drinking, yeah.
She never needs to know.
She doesn't watch the YouTube.
Yeah. Where are you staying then?
I have no idea. Trudy, Tom's wife, books all the accommodation. She does all that. But we're in an Airbnb. We've got an appartement.
Oh, really?
in Liverpool.
So there might be somewhere for me to crash.
Yes.
That's-
If you're looking for someone to say,
I am,
absolutely.
yeah.
Even if you're bunking up with me, that'd be cute.
That would be cute.
Tape it for the pod.
We'll do a pod there. Bring the kit. Get stayed on.
Bring
First
the
guest.
kit. Yeah, I tell you what, not
Not
shout.
stayed. Let's
Not
get
a bad
Trudy
shout.
on as the first guest.
Yeah, both. Let's get both of them.
No, just Trudy. Imagine how
Yeah, that would be
how
good.
angry would
Inside
he
gossip,
be?
yeah, because he's asked to be on this podcast so many times now.
Well, let's do it then.
Let's get Trudy on.
Let's get Trudy stayed on.
We got to get Tom. We'd love you on.
Have
But
Tom
we
take photos of us.
Got to get We got to get Trudy on first. You take photos, and then we'll get you some other time.
I think that's great, you know.
Yeah, that would be wicked.
But I also am off my tits after losing lots of blood.
I am stone cold sober, and I still back it.
That's amazing. So, because I'm going down on the 5th to do, we'll give shout outs to all the podcasts. I'm doing Dead Men Talking, which is with Rob and
Freddie Quinn.
And then on the Thursday, I'm doing Hot Waters podcast. Then I'm doing the gigs at Hot Water.
Great. That's really great.
And then I'm back on the road.
The last few times I've seen it in the charts, Hot Water's Green Room podcast is doing more than
Jamie's such a laugh, man. He's a fucking lunatic.
I've never actually gigged with Jamie, but he was there the last time I gigged at Hot Water, and he seemed like a really cool guy.
I've got a story.
Tell it, baby. No, if it's about Jamie Hutchinson, what does this?
It's not
man
about
not
him.
share?
He would love me to tell this story.
Oh, okay. Well then,
it's about another comedian, and it's kind of bitchy, so I might not tell it.
Oh, it feels like you have to now, though, doesn't it? You're overthinking it because you've lost some blood, I think.
Fuck it. Right. Me and Jamie are doing a gig in Nottingham Glee. It's the first time I meet him, and he tells me about this comedian, and he's like just doing bad crowd work.
Yeah.
And you know the line where like somebody will maybe be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" They go, "Logistics." And you're like, "Drug dealer."
Yeah.
So the guy does that line. However, the job was not logistics.
Yeah.
It was nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So he's just misused the classic compare.
I'm a business manager. Drug dealer.
Money manager.
Yeah.
So he was like, what did he say? He's like, I do like, I can't even remember what it was, but it was something in banking.
Yeah.
And the guy went,
drug dealer.
And he was like, no, I save people money. He was like, yeah, drug dealer. It's like, it doesn't make sense. You don't save money when you deal drugs.
No sense.
So we were laughing about that. And I went, no matter who I speak to, because I was hosting the gig, I went, I'm going to ask them to do their job, and no matter what is first job, I'm going to go, drug dealer.
Very funny.
And he was like, fuck off. And I went, no, I'll do it. So then I start chatting to this couple in the front row, and I go to the lassie, I'm like, what do you do for a living? And she went, I sort of like rehabilitate people after they've had brain injuries. And I went, drug dealer. And it gets a bit of a laugh, but not really.
Yeah.
And then at the back of the room, you just hear Jamie going,
pissing it. That's the fucking most hilarious outcome to that.
Yeah.
People fucking brain injured. Drug dealer.
So now we just
brilliant.
That's pretty much all we text each other now. It's just drug dealer.
Yeah.
No matter what situation we're in.
That's fucking hilarious, man. And not bitchy at all. That's a very, very fucking funny story.
Yeah, I've never said the person's name.
Yeah,
but
no, you're good.
We were
You're
making pretty good fun of them.
So yeah, Liverpool's going to be a proper laugh. That's totally life on the road with Fred.
Life on the load.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Life on the load.
Of course you picked up on that. One little misstep and was fucking
Rife on the load.
It's Rife on the Load with Gareth Much. Fuck it. Yeah,
that's exciting though.
It is exciting. I was properly excited about it. So that'll be wicked. So you mean say you can have a nice little trip?
Like, I've got some news, and I was like, "What? There's going to be a big life event."
When I say
I'm in Liverpool,
news
the same time as you.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I'm that makes sense. Oh yeah, fucking me and Woofy.
Well, I love all that. Like, because I was down in Wigan on Friday, and then New Mills on Saturday, which is just south of Manchester. But I've got a guy that I know in Manchester. I don't know him very well. I've only ever met him twice, right? Yeah. But I first met him in 2019 after my Fringe show. Yeah. Him and his friend had been on it all weekend. Yeah. And they came to my show in the afternoon. And I said, I'll be at the bar afterwards if anyone wants to come say hello. So they came, and they were like, great show. And then we had a drink. And they kept going, we'll get a later train. We'll get a later one. And they were just dead nice. About my age. Yeah. And then they went home, and they were like, hey, if you're ever in Manchester, let us know. We'll come along to the gig. Yeah. So then they followed me on Insta, and I followed them. And I posted it. I was doing Manchester for the store. Yeah. Maybe a year ago. And they were like, we'll come down. We'll bring our partners, and we'll come down. And I was like, sure thing, do that. Go out with them, have a nice time. And then they were like, where are you staying? I said, I'm staying in Sasha. Now, Sasha is the worst hotel in the world. The world.
Right, okay, well.
I'd been told that.
Yeah.
Didn't believe anyone. I booked a room. It said
it's a hotel. How bad can it get?
Exactly. And I booked a hotel room that said no windows. And I went, well, that is impossible. How can you have a room with no windows? That's how rooms work.
We're in it now.
That's windows up there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is technically. Yeah, well done.
I've never been in a room with no windows before. That's a
be,
cupboard.
I imagine that would be bad for the soul.
So I was like, even if there's no window, who cares?
Yeah.
It's so cheap. I go in, sure enough, no window in this room. And I was like,
wow,
this
they
is
did
crazy.
not lie to me.
They didn't lie.
They told me, and I didn't believe them.
They made up for that. They had 2 lamps in the room.
Oh, well, that's basic. People say that famously. No windows, well, you need 2 lamps.
Yep. No bulb in either lamp.
Fuck. Yeah.
Not that they didn't work. No bulb.
Yeah, they're not even an attempt to be an operating
No bulb.
lamp.
Go buy a bulb.
2 bulbs if you're out.
Yeah, if you're going to the shop,
if you're
you
in the bulb store, get 2.
Get a couple. Get 3 in case one goes. I would say. Stop living this fucking careless bulb-free life. So the only light that worked in the room was the bathroom light. So I had to have that on the whole time.
Hell.
And it's like flickering and shit. And then at one point I'd go for a shower before the gig.
Did this room cost £5?
It cost like 50, I think.
That's crazy.
It's not bad, like, so it's fine. Whatever.
The Travelodge probably would have been cheaper.
Nah, I don't think it was. This was the cheapest option.
Okay. Yeah.
So then I go to have a shower, and it's one of those ones, where it's like in the bath, but you've got to like pull the thing up above the bath taps so that then the shower comes on, because otherwise it comes out.
It comes out the tap. Yeah.
So I go to pull that up.
I've been fucking fooled by them many a time.
Yeah.
Well, how do I solve this riddle?
The water's coming out there, but I need it up the way. I go to pull the little thing up, and it just comes straight off. The whole tap comes straight off. And I was
of course
like,
it does. Of
I'm
course
dying laughing at this point because
course
it's
it
so shit, and I'm just like, I'm not going to complain because
Yeah.
this is so funny.
At that point, it is actually it's actually really commendable. Like, wow, they've committed to this being shit now.
I loved it.
It is actually. You know what? If a hotel room's supposed to be nice and it's a bit not nice, that's when
Yeah,
I'd go,
complain.
come on, guys. Like, this is a nice. If you walk into a shithole and then everything about it is, welcome to the shithole.
Yeah.
Give zero.
It's
fucks.
like that restaurant you can go to where the staff are rude to you.
And it's like, on purpose. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. So I loved it.
I commend that. Yeah, I would have taken that tap and went, haha, of course.
That's what I did.
Of course.
That's exactly what I said. So then I had to like cup the water in my hands and like throw it over my shoulders. Like I was Gollum having a little bath.
Just dipping your balls in.
Just scooping the water over myself. Like I had a ladle. I was in a bucket and a cartridge
Fucking
pouring it
hell.
over my head. So awful.
There's no business like show business.
So I said to the guy, I'm staying there. He went, "Don't, that's the worst hotel." I went, yeah, it's really bad. He went, "Next time, just stay with me." And I was like, "Don't know you that well, but that's very kind."
Yeah.
He goes to the toilet and all his mates are like, "You got to stay with this guy. His house is amazing." And I was like, "What, is he secretly rich?" And they were like, "Yeah." God, I wonder if he listens to this. Sorry if you do, mate. But I do know now.
I mean,
because they asked me not to
it's
say.
not a secret to him.
Yeah. Anyway,
He knows.
they're like, yeah. So long story short, this guy, his family owns Bolton Wanderers Football Club.
When you put that message in the group chat, it's just one of those things where that's never going to get enough. That's a bit mad.
Yeah.
I think all of us were like, oh, fuck, that's cool. But that really is mad. You know the son of the man that owns Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah.
That's bonkers.
So then I texted him and I was like, "Do you want to get some food?" I went to go to Yard and Coop in Manchester. I was like, "Yeah, let's get some food." And he was like, "How about this? Director's box, me, Saturday, we're going." And I was like, "Done." It's 20 minutes.
Fuck
from the
yard
hotel.
box.
Yeah. Yard box, yard bird.
Yard bird.
Mate, I got to
What
take
did
you
I
this
say?
place. Yard box. Anyway, so I went and watched Bolton on Saturday from the director's box. And by the way, there is no other way to watch football anymore.
Nah,
I had a
is.
cheese board at halftime.
Ricky, no, but listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. You know that's not a real footballing experience. It's nice as a novelty. That would not be. You would not want that to be your norm.
I had a full meal and drank and watched the Arsenal game in a lovely little box, and then went out. And the seats, the folded down seats, they had cushions.
All right, it's all very nice, mate. I'm not. In no way am I saying this is not a class experience.
I'm ruined.
But I take umbrage. Umbrage, apparently. That's a word that I'll just
umbrage.
very casually check out. I take
You've
umbrage.
only ever heard that as a teacher in Harry Potter before.
Professor fucking Umbridge. Well done. You nailed me. That and Crumb, those are my references.
Yeah.
But you
take
wouldn't want
Crumb?
that. You wouldn't want that to be your fucking how you watch football. You want to be on the stands, fucking singing all the.
I was in the stand. You go out into the stands and you get the comfy seats. I mean, you're above everyone, but you're in the stands.
No, that is great then. That is really.
I wasn't like watching it behind
I thought you were in a
bit of
box.
glass.
I thought you were watching it behind a bit of glass.
You do go into the box at half time and before,
but
then you go out into the stands. Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, no, that's wicked. That's very good.
And
did Bolton win?
They won 2-0, and I said if they win, Lincoln, the Red Imps, those pieces of shit.
Wow, it's really a fall from grace from Bolton, though.
Well, they're building back up.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good for them.
So I said if they win, I'll buy a strip, and they did, and I have yet to do that. But I will.
That was your chance to do it. The club store's right there.
Well, that was the whole plan, but then I ended up driving them into Manchester because I was like, thanks for the ticket, I'll drive you in.
Fair.
They were going out. I'll drop you off, I'll go to my gig.
I don't want
I had the fucking time of my life, and I won the Bolton.
Well, you're going to have a better time of your life this Wednesday with me in Liverpool. Speaking of, and we've never really spoke football loads in this, and we don't really want it to be like a fucking lads football chat or whatever.
Yeah.
But just because you briefly mentioned the Arsenal there, very good.
We're doing good.
I actually, I genuinely do believe that you will be City's contenders for the league this year,
really
and I
nice.
also believe
City are too good. Haaland is too good.
An actual freak. I said shit like this before the season. I think he'll be good when they can use him, but I think he's going to be really injury prone. And I said this: he'll only play like 14 games.
Wow.
I'm a fucking fraud. I'm a fool. An absolute fool.
That's why we don't talk about football anymore.
An absolute fool of a man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly.
Yeah.
I think you're going to gub us as well next week. I think you're going to gub us.
Nah, we can't. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't understand why you wouldn't have everything.
The form would suggest that.
Yeah, gubbing. I think there's a pants down spanking Klopp's arse coming.
But
I really do.
Any time that should be the case with Arsenal, we lose. We should have beat Man United.
Yeah.
We got beat 3-1.
Oh fucking hell! You really should have beat.
We were better. Well, yeah. I don't know that we were better. They won. Anyway, forget all that. None of this is funny.
Okay, sorry.
Arsenal are the greatest. Fuck everyone else. If you're a Spurs fan listening to this, suck my red dick.
Cool. So not funny, but sexually aggressive.
Well, that's funny, isn't it? Tell you what, actually, that was the story I meant to tell about giving blood. One of the nurses came over and she was telling me about how her husband has been diagnosed with diabetes, and he's like lost loads of weight and stuff. And she was like, he was on the golf course, and she was like, I don't recognize him from behind because he used to be like this big, muscly guy, and he's like lost all this weight, and he's got like a bit of a saggy arse and stuff.
Jesus.
And I was like,
oversharing.
Well, it wasn't as bad as maybe I'm maybe making it quicker.
His big saggy arse.
But she's just like, it's a bit saggy. Like his arse is a bit saggy. Like it was kind of like, oh god, right. And she was saying it to the other nurse more than me.
Yeah.
But we were having a bit of a laugh with it. She was like, yeah, he used to be this big broad guy, and I would see him, but I don't recognize him from behind. Now he's built like you. And I went,
what the fuck, lady?
Old saggy arse sat in the chair, yeah. And the other nurse is like dying laughing at me, going, fuck you. So I didn't mean it like that. I was like, no. She was like, you've always been slim. You can tell you've always been slim. And I was like, how dare you? I have diabetes.
Excellent. What blood type are you? Have you
A positive.
Is that
it's the only time I've had an A+ in any test in my life?
Is that a rare blood type?
No, it's quite common.
Quite common, but it's still good to give.
Well, better to give because it's common. More people need it.
More people need it. Yeah, true.
It's not like I think O negative is the one that anyone can have, which you've got slut blood. You're slutty to your blood.
Every time I inhale on the fucking elf bars, when you drop a fucking beautiful little line, and I always just want to cough and exhale.
Yeah, I'd love a laugh rather than.
Well,
like a fucking dementor coming in. You got slut blood. It'll go with anything.
My mate actually messaged me about that, being like, "What are you doing on the podcast?" And it's only just happened the last few episodes. But I can just hear you like
you've started vaping the last
breathing.
Few,
yeah. And I'm like, oh, that'll be the vape.
You used to not vape though.
And they were like, oh, that makes sense.
I think you really don't give a fuck about this anymore.
Yeah, oh mate, the fucking SD card went to fuck last week. The audio the week before went pinging. Yeah.
And now you're just sat going. So let's talk about football. Let's just me and you chat. Forget the listeners. No, they don't want to hear about that. I want to talk about Arsenal with you though.
I did have.
What are you on there? Is that watermelon?
No, strawberry ice, baby.
Ice,
I found my brand and I'm sticking to it. That's me all over that. Same order. It's just fucking Chinese. Same order. Like once I know what I like from a place, that's forever, please.
Well, I see. I there's something to be said for that. Sometimes I will, like,
you branch out and you get fucking bitten in the arse with it.
Sometimes do.
This is it, people.
Kai
This is
Humphrey's stag do. We went to some restaurant and I was like, it said local fish dish or something, and I was like, I'll try the local cuisine. What do the locals eat?
Liam, look at me trying to blend in with the locals. You'll get fucking bit in the arse
When
for that
I
one.
say it looked like something you would feed to a cartoon cat, it was just a plate of bony, like bones and fish. Like, there you go.
Horrible.
Eat that. Do you want to? I'm surprised they didn't chain me up out the back to eat it. I was like, what the fuck is this? This isn't tasty.
Yeah,
Here's fish scraps.
fish.
Do you want a slap for dessert? That's what the locals have. Oh, yes, please. I love culture.
And then we fucking hoof you on into the night and go, get to fuck.
Just have a burger.
We don't care about you. Always have a burger.
Yeah.
Safe. I say that. Probably actually not safe. So you could get bit with a bad burger.
That's true.
Here's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, so some of the favourite moments that that I've had in this podcast is when we get nostalgic and we look in the past and we revisit old memories.
Okay.
And I was thinking about, so it was partly because I was last night at Bonafide, which is a gig you have to write to a theme.
Yeah.
And the theme was This Party Sucks, and I kind of went down the route of, I didn't usually do parties, I more did sleepovers. And then I spoke about like what parents are like in sleepovers and stuff. And I know this is still many, many moons away from you. Like you've got years in the tank. But I thought it'd be quite funny if I threw like dad scenarios at you, and you
like a little dad quiz.
How would
I'm
I?
up for that.
Yeah. So here's the first one. Here's your first scenario.
Have you written these down?
No.
It looks like you
It
are
looks like
bringing
that.
them up on the laptop.
And you know what? I kind of did that purposely so the people that watch think that I give a fuck. And
That was that's a movement you see a lot. You're like, you went to the laptop, did some stuff. It was like, like the end of the news when the guy will shuffle his paper.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I am professional. Conducting business so it looks good on
They changed the old camera angle, the lights come down, he's like
Dun,
pointing
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he's speaking to the fucking weatherman who went home 20 minutes ago. Right. There's no one there, Neil. There's no one there.
I would feel uncomfortable if they just stared down
Yeah. Exactly. How else could you end?
That's all you got to do.
Good night.
It's like you're a barman in a movie. You got to be cleaning that cup.
Yeah.
Get that cup
Throwing
dry.
that little towel over your shoulder. Conducting little bits of business.
What's your worries, pal?
Tell me your life.
Bottle.
Tell me your life problems. Anyway, here is scenario numero uno. Didn't like that. It's 3 a.m. There's some pesky kids staying over your house. They're getting a bit loud. The TV's on too loud, but there's a lot of laughter.
How old are the kids?
12.
Right. How old's my kid?
19. Why would you make that weird with a follow-up question? 38.
Well,
Your
no.
kid's 38. There's other 12-year-olds.
Please stop Sorry, I punched the mic there to everyone. Please stop inviting children around to the house. I don't have 12 million to bail you out, mate. I don't have it. Please stop. It's 3 a.m. Leave. Get your own house.
You guys are having a lot of fun down there. I can hear you. You're giggling
Get
away.
your own house and none's there. Not under my roof. It's 3 a.m.
You know what? Good dad. Teaching them life skills. Letting them have their fun.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
can only tolerate so much.
You're not judging them. That's a good dad.
Yeah.
Go and get your own house and non's there.
Well, come on.
It's getting ridiculous.
3 a.m. I've just come over from a gig. I'm still gigging.
Also, what sort of fucking gigs are you getting in from at 3 a.m.?
Wigan.
Oh, so it's a drive more than a fucking... I'm trying to think of other...
Drive more than a scoop.
Yeah.
Your head went, he's been out on the run, Dad. No, I've been kicking and Wigan again.
Yeah. What other classic sort of dad scenarios?
Well, say it's 3 a.m. All the kids are 12, and I'd be like, guys, come on, it's far too late. Telly off. Time to go to sleep.
That's classic. That's classic dad.
I hate that though, and it's shit.
But this is kind of what I wanted from the game. I wanted you to go, oh God, I am fucking this. I'm this. I'm just dad.
Yeah.
Because that is what you got to do it. It's your fucking house. It's 3 a.m. There's too much noise. It'd be weird. What else would you do? Come down to see if you can join in? Like, it's weird. Like, that's the standard response. It's got to be that, guys.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit silly now.
Yeah, it's getting a bit silly now.
Come on, we've had our fun.
2:30 was
3 a.m.
2:30 was bordering on silly. Now we're across the border into silly.
Your mother's nudging me, going, you got to go down there. I don't want your mother annoyed at me.
Yeah. Come on, help me out.
I'm on your team here. All right.
I've got 2 babies in my
Just
hand.
keep it down.
Guys, come on.
Fucking.
I'm a single father. Help me out. Help me to help you.
She left me years ago because of shit like this.
Yeah. She didn't like me. All the
Shouldn't
kids.
keep Nigel down
She's
here.
in jail. Jail for fraud. She did some stuff, that girl. And we love her for it.
Here's another question. Boy or girl, what would you most like them to be into extracurricular wise, and do you think you'd get involved in that world?
I've thought about this lots. Because here's what's happening. I'm having a boy.
Didn't know if that was...
Oh, just go and stop with a vape. For the love of
Go
God.
and stop with the vape, for the love of God.
The huge pregnant pauses in this podcast. Don't vape for 1 hour.
Sorry. Okay, you're right. But that's the upside of vaping. I can just on the go.
What would you say?
It's really not as subtle as I think it is.
Not at all. It's ages.
What the fuck happened in that studio? So you thought about this load, sorry. So it is a boy you're having?
It's a boy. Because here's the thing. The reason the men want boys, or the vast majority, I wasn't too fussed in the end. But my initial thought was I would like a boy.
Yeah.
But then after months, I was just like, you know what, whatever. I'd be very pleased with either.
Yeah.
I want them to achieve all the dreams that I failed.
Well, this is exactly it. That is again, I think, standard father sort of protocol. Boy, and I can live vicariously through you. You can fucking take all of the little errors that I made.
Taking them to a Bolton game.
It's like a redo.
Yeah.
Innit? It's like
First
right.
beer with a boy.
Yeah, exactly. All of those moments you can go, right, what did I get wrong when I was his age?
But
And now I can teach him to do the right thing.
Yeah,
It's like a redo. It's like a...
Yeah. Mulligan.
A fucking
Here's the
dad
thing.
mulligan.
I was thinking that, and then I went, that's all so daft. I could have done all those things with a girl.
Yeah, of course.
Just a little bit of old programming still in there.
Yeah.
That I was like, yeah, get a boy. Whatever he's into, I'm going to be pleased with it. If he's into fucking Warhammer, great. Brilliant.
Phenomenal.
D&D, football.
I'll get right involved in that.
If he's into inviting a bunch of 12-year-olds to watch TV at 3 a.m, that's where I draw the line. Probably, as we've discussed.
Do you know what I see you doing? And again, boy or girl, I see you doing this.
Yeah.
And this is why I hope they do go down this lane, because I think you're already in this space. I'm looking at you now and I'm going, you look like one. You look like one. Coach of a football team, wherever you're living, Colts or the under 12s, you are that coach. Look at you. I'm seeing you now as it. You're going to wear that tracksuit top. Hey, Stacey! Come in deep.
Come in deep, Stacey.
Keep it on the deck. Keep it on the ground, guys.
They've got it. You can't hit the ball anymore.
You can't hit the ball
until a certain age.
You know the rules. I knew this was you.
I've spoke to football coaches before. There's some brilliant stuff.
Of course you have. Of course you spoke to football coaches before, because you're going to be one.
And the kids copy everything they see on the TV, all the big players. They copy all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that seems obvious to you in a lot of ways, celebrations.
Yeah.
Or just little bits.
Doing the fucking gritty or whatever.
Oh man, I love the gritty so much.
It doesn't
but
love the gritty.
They do things that you wouldn't expect as well. Sometimes
spit.
My mate said they'll spit, yeah. Sometimes my mate says, I think he coaches under 10s, right?
Wow.
And he said sometimes when they're taking a free kick, they'll talk to each other and cover their mouths.
That's fucking
They
adorable.
cover their mouth and talk to each other.
That's adorable as shit. Because
the reason footballers cover their mouths on TV is so they don't get lip read.
Yeah, yes.
Or coaches or whatever. But these kids are doing it. And it's
so
nobody's going to read your lips.
That's so adorable.
Yeah.
I love that. That's absolutely great.
It was so funny.
I used to get, sorry, I cut you off. I used to get in trouble for trying to play football when I played for mid-Calder Colts. I used to get in trouble from the coach
You keep
for
saying
trying
Colts
to play
all the time. That's where it's come from.
Yeah.
Right. You think all young teams are called the Colts?
Aren't they? Well, there was the East Calder Colts, the Mid Calder Colts, and the fucking Pumperson
Indianapolis Colts.
The Indianapolis Colts. There's Colts everywhere. Colt Cabana.
Yeah.
But I used
Colter.
to get one more. No. Colt Chester.
Coldstream.
Coldstream. Is that a thing?
Yeah, Coldstream is a place in the borders.
Coldstream?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
I really feel like I want to vape right now just to make it less awkward.
Do you know, I've got some stuff to say about vapes. So
I used to get in trouble because I always because I'd play right back, and anytime I'd get the ball, I wouldn't fucking hoof it up the pitch hopelessly to Connor, hoping he's going to run on and score like he often would. I would sometimes play it back to the keeper, and the coach would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, passing it to the keeper. He was the only one in
Yeah.
space playing a short pass.
Ahead of your time, baby.
Like they do on the
Klopp would have loved you.
like they do on the telly. And he was like, never pass the fucking ball in front of your own goal. I'm like, what never?
He's almost right. It's wrong though. He's got like the whole thing is the centre back should never really be passing it across themselves because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. But a right back to the keeper is a different thing.
Yeah, I thought so entirely.
Yeah.
And I was just because that's how I'd watch the
and
game
it's quite
on
an
TV.
old school way of thinking,
Yeah.
because it was like when goalies weren't good with their feet.
Yeah, exactly.
But now
yeah.
they all are.
Yeah, totally. I trusted the keeper to fucking deal with that pass immensely.
And well, speaking of sports things, it brings us round to the vape.
Yep.
Like ignorance in sports. When I was playing Glen Eagles, the golf,
Very nice course.
with Stuart and Sam, Stuart goes to me, I just seen Sam mark his ball with an elf bar.
Fuck.
And I was like, at the time, I didn't know what an elf bar was.
Crazy. No, that is crazy.
Yeah. But I didn't know what an elf bar was. I thought it was a golf terminology thing. And I went, oh, even I know you don't do that. And I was just pretending I knew what an elf bar was.
That's also adorable.
I don't even have one, but I know not to do that.
I do that on this podcast with you loads. You say things and I go, those are intelligent sentences. Nod.
Yeah.
Pretend that you blend in, but even I know not to do that. Come on
with an elf bar.
Like golf rule number 8.
I wonder if they sell them in the pro shop. Elf bars. Yeah, no, I just wondered if they would because it's Glen Eagles. What?
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, better take a shot. People behind us. Chop, chop.
That's another question I was going to ask you about Glen Eagles. Did you have any feeling of, fuck, I'm on Glen Eagles here. I should be acting accordingly. Like, the standard should be higher. Was there like a pressure?
There was a pressure on the first tee.
Yeah.
That first drive, my God.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
I would think so.
Sam went up first, nails it. Great drive. And then Stuart leaned into me and he went, do you want to go now or do you want to go last? And I went, let me go now. So then if it's a duffer, you can bring it home with a good one right after. Because we've got the wardens watching us, the clubhouse watching us, the people behind us ready to tee off watching us.
That's horrible.
And I was like, oh, for the love of God, and I
That's
had
horrible.
a great drive.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Things you fucking love to see. But then once you were on the course, you didn't actually feel too bad about it.
No, it was pissing down, so I didn't think about anything other than how wet I was.
Fucking cool. I'm trying to think. I do have, I think, quite a funny story, but I'm actually scared to tell. I will tell it, but I'm scared to tell it because of what will transpire in this story. So last night at the stand, I was doing this gig, and there was 2 girls that were from Livingston in the audience. And after the gig, one of them came up to me and she went, "You're no from Livy." And I went, "I don't know what to tell you, lady. I am." And she went, "Nah, you know. Because if you were from Livy, I'd know you." And I went, "Well, originally I'm from a little place just outside of Livingston called East Calder, but now I live here." And I just told her the street, or like the area, what the area is called. And then just everything that she said after, I was just screaming in my head going, she knows where you fucking live now, you idiot. It was the first bit of information you gave up. Fucking do a
Did
bit
you
of
say
test
the area
with people.
of Livingston?
Yeah.
Like if you were to say like Leith. Was it that vague or was it more specific?
It was way more specific. Like, because I did say the area, but the area is a street.
Right.
So she knows the street.
Right.
And I just everything she said after, I went, oh, she's gonna fucking kill me. She was like, not kill me, but definitely be there.
Right.
I definitely think I'm gonna see her there.
Right.
Because she told me she was gonna come.
Please tell the rest of the story.
And she said this thing as well. Now, this is what really fucking spooked me. Because I spoke about how I was getting married. And she said, she was like, your fiance's lovely. I went, you don't fucking know my fiance.
Yeah.
It was very much said in the tone of, your fiance's lovely. I wouldn't murder her.
Oh, right.
Why would I be her murderer? I said she's lovely. Mad eyes. Frightened. I am now frightened.
Yeah.
And I just shouldn't have fucking give the information up straight away with just no real pressure.
Yeah.
So the lesson that I took from it is get to know people before you fucking share intimate details of your life with them.
Is this the whole story, by the way?
Yeah.
She said your fiancé was lovely.
But she doesn't know her, Gareth.
No, I know.
When you say it in that fucking tone, it really sounds bad.
You can, like, there's reading between the lines.
Imagine
and you...
Imagine a woman that you know has never met Laura goes, I really like your girlfriend. She's lovely.
Aye, but the people say that sort of thing if you've spoke about... Did you speak about Ailey on stage?
Yeah.
Right, so people say that sort of thing
Brief.
based on like the things you've said about them. They sound lovely. They're just saying that, basically.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, 100% that.
It spooked me. It
Honestly,
really spooked me.
you could see 2 lines of text and you would put a whole story and scenario in between it, paint a whole picture, create a world. You've got a fantastic imagination.
In that conversation, when I was having this, all I could think was, this is a fucking simulation. This.
Oh, yeah, of course. Here's the thing. I know. You could create amazing things, I think, if it wasn't for fear.
Yeah.
You're terrified all the time.
You know what? I really, really am. Because she told me this as well. She said, it's not... She was like, it's a nice little area, but it's not the best. And I went, what do you mean it's not the best? And she went, well, I don't really know how to phrase it. And I went, just tell me. That's how you phrase it. Just tell me what the fuck's going on. And she did weird little hand movements. She went, it's a bit... And I went, what the fuck does that mean, lady? It's a bit fucking arms out.
Yeah.
And she went, well, basically what I'm trying to say is, not too long ago, my mum's friend got flashed there.
We spoke about flashes last week.
And I went, holy fuck. Some guy. Fucking
flashing, they're still about.
Long coat. I actually kind of thought, I went, fair fucking play. This guy's holding up the industry.
We literally spoke about that last week.
Did we?
Yeah. We said, like, surely you just filmed them or you could chase them or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's why flashers were more prominent in the 80s because nobody had a camera in their pocket all the time.
Yeah.
And because you said you went to the Amsterdam Sex Museum.
Yeah, and there was that.
There was
that was really true. Yeah. We did speak about this. And now she said her mum's friend got flashed.
I think
near my house.
I think you're a flasher.
Oh, come off. She would. Oh, no, she wouldn't have known. It's not me.
Right.
All comedy's went out the window there. I can't have on record even the notion that I'm out there flashing people.
I'm out there flashing people. Let's have a laugh.
Where do you Where do you flash?
Let's bring comedy back into it.
Where do you flash?
I flash up hills.
Up hills. So they're knackered. That's actually smart. That is actually a very good place to... for fuck's sake, there's a
hard to find people up there, though.
Just keep me knob about a couple of minutes. Let me fucking...
Do you remember the Naked Rambler?
The Naked Rambler?
That was a man, very popular. He walked around all the time, butt naked.
No.
He had boots on. He walked around all the time.
That's sexy.
And he was called the Naked Rambler. And he always got arrested. They're like, put some clothes on. He was like, nope. And he would just wander about. I wonder what he's up to. I'm going to Google the Naked Rambler right now. I hate Googling stuff on the show.
While you're there, Google fucking Naked Martin. Have you seen him?
Yes.
Now, honest to God, how can you make posting very lewd naked images online not in any way threatening? How can you do it?
I don't enjoy them at all.
I mean, I don't enjoy them. I'm not like fucking going there. You are Martin, pants off, fucking lube up.
Right.
But it's not threatening. He's not doing it in a threatening way. I think it's not erection. That's what I think it is.
Stephen Peter Goff.
Oh, wow.
Popularly known as the Naked Rambler.
Where does he reside, Gareth? I want to know where he resides.
Pro-British nudie... Pro-British...
A pro-British nudie?
He's a pro-British nudie.
What do you do? What do you do with yourself?
Shy fuck. He's slapping his dick off his knee.
What do you do with yourself? I'd like to, I don't really like putting people in boxes, but if I had to put myself in a box, I'd be a pro-Britain nudie.
I think we should leave the EU, and here's my arsehole. He's a British pro-nudity activist and former Royal Marine.
Oh, wow.
In 2003 and 2004,
so he's fucking hard, this guy.
Yeah. Hopefully not. That's when it borders into a sex crime.
I walked right into that one, yep.
In 2003 and 2004, he walked the length of Great Britain naked, but was arrested when he did it again in 2005 and 2006.
That's incredible. Right, we'll let you have the first one, Peter, all right? We'll let you have the first one, because you're fucking a Marine and you could fuck us up, but don't be doing it again. So he walked the length of Great Britain?
Yeah.
Fair fucks, actually.
Let's get on the old wiki.
Get on images, type in Peter or the Naked Rambler, Land's
I'm not
End
looking at. I don't want to look at any dick and balls today. Thank you,
Gareth. Have a bit of fucking go about you.
If
you can't look a knob in the face, I think there's something wrong.
Here's I found the role of a lifetime for you. A comedic theatrical production invoking Goff's initial Naked Ramble of 2003-2004, titled "Who Bears Wins," was produced by the Scottish Theatre Company.
Wow. So
you could play this fella, I reckon.
I know I wouldn't get that job. My knob is nowhere near theatrical enough.
Let's unpack that. My knob is nowhere near theatrical enough.
Nowhere near theatrical enough.
What is a theatrical knob to you, sir?
One that you don't need to use the binoculars to fucking see it.
When you're in the front row.
Yeah. Christ, I'm right there and I still need a fucking... Yeah, my knob was not made for the stage, and I know that. And I'm fine with it.
Because, well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, when you're on stage, your body goes into survival mode. So,
that's where mine lives all the time.
Yeah, well, when you're in that sort of mode...
Like a little acorn poking at some edges.
What an adorable little image. Yeah, when you're in that, all the bloods, when you go into survival mode, like, say if you're being chased by something, the blood, you don't feel hungry because all the blood goes to your legs and stuff like that.
People need to chase me more.
Yeah, you start running, and like, it shuts down all the stuff that doesn't need to be used right then. Your body goes, right, we need to get out of this. What do we not need? Where's the priority? So when you're on stage, that's what happens. That's why you get all the adrenaline.
Yeah.
That's like why you don't like, I don't know. Anyway.
But
What's the point I was trying to make? Oh, so it'll go away from your genitals in that moment as well. So it won't look its prime on stage.
And its prime's already not enough.
Right.
It's not already up to scratch.
I wouldn't have used the word theatrical.
We're talking about theatres.
Yeah.
My knob is not theatrical.
Like your knob's holding a little skull. Has a little rough on.
Is this what you're looking for?
That's a very to be or not to be. To be or not to be.
That's not even me. That's the knob saying.
I know, yeah. To be or not to be.
To be or not to be.
Yeah, he doesn't have a rough ear knob either, does he? Time to die. What's your favourite monologue?
Great question.
As a little theatre boy.
The two that I did usually, there was one from Blood Brothers that I did quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy's nearly 7. I did that quite a lot. I also really liked this one from Zach Braff's play, All New People, where he was an air traffic controller and he was trying to guide in a plane to LaGuardia, but he fucked it and the fucking people died. So it had a bit of fucking emotional depth to it. And also an American accent. So I'm showing range.
You both your monologues had accents.
Yeah.
I think you'd be better off doing one with your own accent.
But then
hang on.
But then that would get really kind of fake and people would over Scottish it. That was my biggest bugbear with.
Could you make it a little bit more Scottish?
Yeah. And then it's just like, our Helen was saying to me last week. Yeah. And it's like,
donkey!
Yeah, it's like groundskeeper Willie shit. That's what people would do. And
I can only give her so much, Captain.
Yeah, it would be a little bugbear of mine.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask there?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. So it was an air traffic control person.
Yeah.
So he's in the tower.
Yeah.
So in my head, when you first said that, I thought you meant the cunt with a fucking couple of wands.
Stop!
Yeah. And he was like really fucked up, and the plane just flies in it. Everyone died. I had no idea those guys with the ping pong paddles were so crucial.
So crucial to the fucking keeping people alive. Turns out this is necessary.
Yeah.
Right, okay. We've done 45 minutes. I think it's probably about time to fucking maybe answer some personal cues.
Deeply personal questions with more and much. It's personal, the deep and the personal. Let's get to it.
Love it. I like it's a different genre of music every week as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, I'm giving these a good old shuffle. Let's not say good old, but a shuffle. A shuffle is that.
We should really have removed the ones we've done already.
I mean, it's going to be a while till we hit fucking dubs.
I reckon it's right now.
If it is, scenes.
I knew you were going to pretend that it was one. I knew you were going to do this. But it's shut up, is it actually?
It actually is.
What are your sexiest... Yes, you must... If you go back in time...
It fucking is.
Yeah,
it fucking is.
It
actually is a double.
That's
crazy! No, that's actually wild.
Because there's quite a few in there.
There's fucking hunters in there. Hunters.
I wouldn't say hundreds.
I'd say hunters.
I'd say 90.
Close to hunters. That's if
close
there's 90,
to 100.
That's close. Yeah, all right, true.
Singular.
Where is the I don't like this one. Where is the strangest place you've ever woken up? What is the most inappropriate thing you've ever done at a work function?
Interesting.
It's not really great. I don't think I've ever just woken up in a strange place, to be honest with you.
My first...
I'm too sensible for all of that shit.
I've got a couple of all of them, I think.
Okay, cool. Well, that's your card.
I remember waking up once in a hostel on Leith Walk, and somebody woke me up and went, "You checking out?" And I went, "Did I check in?" They were
That's
like,
brilliant.
yeah, I don't think I checked it. I don't think I paid for that. I think I
Yeah.
ended up in a hostel. But it was like a bunk bed. I was in a top bunk. It's not like I went there with somebody.
Yeah. It was just yourself.
Just myself.
When was this?
Oh, years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
There was one time I got spiked for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't like. Apparently, I woke up in my mate Tam's flat,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You were just buzzing, like the number the whole time. You were like, get me out of this." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But I remember once waking up.
Where did you think you got spiked? Because I'm pretty sure I got
Opium.
spiked. Opium. Kind of checks out. I think I got spiked in.
It was with two guys that I'd never met
tell.
before, and they were like, "We're going to go opium," and I went with them.
Yeah, that's all. That's ticking all the boxes.
That was like 2009, I reckon.
See, mine was recently. Mine was last year.
All right.
I was in Please Don't Tell with some college friends on a college reunion, and I just went fucking feral out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, all like the other people from college were like, "You were like fine, like arguably the soberest out of everyone."
Yeah.
And then you went feral, and one of them found me. On like the street just up from Please Don't Tell a bit, just screaming David Gray Babylon, just screaming it, just like let go ya, let go ya, like fucking what the fuck is happening to Gath? So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a spiking and a half.
I woke up on Kai Humphrey's stag do, with Daniel and Kai above my head, and they were like, "Morning, you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah." I went, what the fuck happened? I had no recollection of anything. They were like, "Do you remember last night?" And I was like, "Nope, not really." The last thing I remember
let
was
the fucking two creepy floating heads retell everything to you. That's how to not
they were
get
like,
anxiety.
"I have never seen you like that before." And you're like,
Really?
We had made this sangria, and it was strong.
Pardon?
Sangria.
Sangria?
Yeah.
Sangria.
Sangria.
Sangria?
Sangria.
Sangria.
Whatever. Sangria. Whatever. Either way. Jesus Christ.
I'm not on trial here.
Made it, and it was really strong. Like, really
Yeah.
strong. But, like, a lot of fruit juice and stuff, so it's easy to neck.
Yeah.
So we're playing beer pong, and the rule was you put your cups in, and if you got, you stepped away, let somebody else play.
Yeah.
Because you
People
can't...
people need to play.
And you can't do all this. It's
Yeah.
too strong. I'm playing Cullen. Cullen is unbelievable at beer pong, turns out. Unbelievable, right? First shot, I miss his cup. Second shot, his shot, nails me straight away. And I'm like, oh, fucking hell. So I down it. I went, I'm not going off after one shot. That's ridiculous. 8 more.
I'm not leaving this. I've just got up here.
I neck 8 of these things.
Christ.
The last, and I remember taking a draw of a fag before necking the last one, pinging it at Cullen. He catches it out there and takes a draw and went, "I don't even smoke."
Oh,
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in
for
my life.
Ryan Cullen. That is probably the coolest moment that weasel will
And
ever
then
have.
I was hunted. I'm falling a bit. I fell and hit my head.
Caught the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like,
Took a draw. Great.
I don't even smoke.
And then I kept going like, I'll fucking batter any. It's mad I could batter any. It was just a laugh, right? But they... I thought it was funny.
I've seen you go that way before as well. As
It's just a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
When you're as small as I am. It's mad how much I could batter all these. I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's funny.
Anyway,
It's always very funny.
Kai then restrains me, and he's like, "Hold it." I was like, "I'll fucking kill everyone." I'm just sticking with a bit. But they were like, "You were wanting to fight everyone." I wasn't wanting to fight everyone.
That's the bit.
But I like fell at one point, hit my head. I still have a bit of a lump in my ear from that.
Shit.
But yeah, wake up, and then there's 2 single beds pushed together. And Kai's mate Matty sits on one of the beds to like chat to me as well. And he went, "Oh, the bed's wet." I went, "Yeah, I pissed on that." And they went, "What? You pissed the bed?" I went, "You're not listening."
No. I didn't piss the bed. I said I pissed on that.
Correct. Have I told you the story before?
No. But I've just heard a man talk.
I've been saying this for years, and for years everyone's like, "You pissed the bed." Not what happened.
No. He said I pissed on it.
Yeah, I remember waking up and the other people that I'm sharing the room with, they're in the other bed, and I could hear them snoring, and I'm like, fucked still. It's maybe like 7 in the morning. I like try and get up out the bed. I physically cannot get out of the bed. I'm too cunted. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I really need to piss, and I'm trying to even roll out.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I'm too fucked. So I roll on my sides, I take out my dick, and I piss on the bed. and then I roll back and go to sleep. And I went, I pissed on a bed.
Yeah,
No.
No,
I wasn't unconscious and peed myself.
As soon as you said that, I took it as that. I know how the English fucking language works. I didn't piss the bed. I said I pissed on that. It was a conscious choice.
Thank you.
I'm pissing on this bed.
Correct. Anyway, that is probably also the most inappropriate thing I've ever done at a work function.
Right, I'm going to try another one. I'm going to pull out another one. In fact, do you want to pull one out for me? Oh, that sounded sexual.
Well, I mean, only
I've been waiting for this moment for the years. Well, top one. It went top one. Not very creative, but that's fine.
Okay. Let's have a little. These are both similar.
Right, okay. So, if I don't have an answer for the first one, I'm fucked.
I believe you'll have an answer for at least one. Okay. How did you behave last time you got angry in a restaurant? And what is the closest you have ever been to throwing a temper tantrum as an adult? I think that is like, what, this week? You seem like a tantrum kind of fella.
I am a tantrum sort of person, for sure. And I'm not denying that. Just let me have a little think on the last time I think I had a temper tantrum. I can tell you something that very much bugged me with Ailey recently. I can tell you that. I don't think it was like I don't think you'd call it a temper tantrum.
She was like, "You're not from Livy. I know where you live."
No. So our mum's been moving out of our house.
Yeah.
And we've been going around. She was like, any little bits or whatever you want, take them, which is lovely of her. And we did need some little bits like a mirror. We need a mirror. That makes all the sense. There's a fucking chest of drawers. We need a chest of drawers. Perfect.
Yeah.
There was so fucking much. Just little shit. Lots.
Do you need a bed, by the way?
No, we have a bed.
You don't have a spare room?
We do have a spare room, but not enough for a bed.
Okay.
Are you getting rid of a bed?
Yeah.
Fucking. There you go. The people.
Right.
The people
I'll
will
sign
take
it
the bed
for you if you want.
Wow.
Fuck where I fucked.
A little GW at the ball. But like, and this is the thing that bothered. We'd had a conversation like the day before.
He's getting riled up again, all over again. Did you hear the triple tap audience?
It's in there.
He punched his own hand 3 times. That's what that noise was.
It's in there. It's in there. It does live deep, deep within me. We'd had a conversation the day before about we have too much stuff for this little flat that we're living in.
Yeah.
We should really be fucking prioritizing stuff, getting rid of stuff, and finding places within the flat for the stuff. And anything we don't need, we get rid of.
Correct.
You
are correct. And Ailey, if you're listening to this, fuck you.
And then we go into her mum's, and she's got like this fucking cookie maker thing, and she's like, "Oh, I'd love this. I love to bake." And I was like, "I've fucking never seen this bitch bake once. I've been with her for fucking 3.5 years.
Why can't you just use an oven?
Why can't we use the oven?
That's what you bake with.
Use the oven.
Why do you need a cookie maker?
I don't know, but there was like a cookie maker thing, and she really wanted it. And I went, "Where are we going to put it?" She wanted a printer. I was like, "We've lived fine without a printer for the last fucking."
Printer is handy, to be fair.
It's handy, Gareth, but when you need. Space is of the essence here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are we putting this fucking? It was just so many. The biggest lamp you ever did see. She's like, let's have that. I'm like, we don't have a fucking room for the lamp. I really did go a bit temporary there with the
in front of her mum.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I don't really. I'm so comfortable there. I treat Ailey like shit.
That's lovely. I don't think I've ever been angry with Laura in front of her parents.
You can't be because that's fucking. There's a different layer there.
Why? I've known her 11 years.
Yeah, but I was. I was.
I've had a fist fight with her dad.
Really?
No. Oh my god.
Well, you literally just said you wanted to fight all your friends, so maybe a father-in-law to, whatever.
Yeah, I do. I want to fight everyone.
Wow,
I'm going to pick the world up and I'm going to drop her on its fucking head. You literally got
so bored of what I said there, you fake snored. That was great. Is that what you did?
I don't know if that was a snore. I think it was more a frustrated sigh.
Growl.
Yeah, growl. I growled at you. Shut up.
But
remember the kids at school, they used to growl at you, the little smelly kids?
No, what do you mean? Do you remember the smelly kids used to
weird
growl
shit like...
There was one weird kid, Cameron. He was fucking.
Name him, Cameron. Cameron,
he
weirdo.
was so weird.
What did he do? Do you ever have a kid that would drop his trousers and pants to the ankles?
Cameron would do that.
At the urinal?
See, I have a bit of a funny story about that, and I wanted
a real shocker when you would walk in and see a bare butt in the urinal.
I'm going to tell you this quickly, and then I'm going to go into that thing. Yeah. So what Cameron used to do that was weird. Genuinely, used to hang out with the bees and the wasps. Weirdo, right? Anyway. Weird kid. Weird fucking kid.
Just the way you said that was so great. He used to hang out with the bears and the wasps. Weirdo.
Weird kid.
What do you mean he would hang out with the bees and the wasps?
He would hang out next to the bin in the summertime months because that's where all the bees and the wasps would be, and he'd be running around playing with the bees and the wasps.
How would you play with them?
That's how you would.
I would not play with the bees, sir!
that was crazy loud. Just so everyone knows, that was crazy loud in here. I was literally vibrating with you.
Yeah.
Bees! I was.
So you run around going like buzz,
taunting them with packets of crisps.
Taunting them with
He'd
crisps.
wear
That
bright
doesn't sound like
yellow.
playing.
He would just fuck
He'd wear
with
bright yellow?
Yeah, he'd just fuck with them.
Wear a little crown and go, I'm the king of the bees. Where is my queen? Honey.
Right. So
right.
on the
Nothing for the little honey pun.
because there is a story with that,
Go on,
but
sorry.
it's quite CD, so I don't want to tell it.
Please tell it.
No, I don't want to.
Please. What? CD about you?
One day he, let's just say, he took a queen against their will. Anyway,
What? Like an actual woman?
yeah, a
He
girl
raped
in the
somebody?
school. He didn't rape somebody, but he like grabbed her and kissed her.
Oh. Sexual assault. How
In
old was
front
he
of the
doing
bees.
this? In front of the bees?
The bees.
God, I bet he wouldn't
he
listen
said the
at
bees
all.
were egging him on. He would have been about. He said he would have been about. I don't know, 9, 10.
Oh, you can grab.
You can't
You can
grab. She cried, Gary.
Oh, well, yeah, you shouldn't grab.
Anyway, so on the pants down thing, this is a true story that again I was going to try and.
Did he have a little
maybe
stinger
make
on his
into-
arse?
I'm not going into this again. Did he have a little stinger?
Have you seen the movie Wild Mountain Time?
No.
Okay, watch it.
Okay, and then
It's very relevant.
report
to this
back.
conversation.
Okay. It's very
And you won't believe me.
how relevant it is. Okay.
You've got to watch it.
okay.
Watch it. Please watch it stoned. You'll have the time of your life.
Okay, I will. Remind me at the end of this podcast what it's called
I
again.
will.
Wild Mountain
Time.
Time. Anyway, so I remember. So do you remember when it would like rain? I remember this
I
was
do
just my
remember
school.
that,
You
yeah.
remember when it rained?
I do remember.
And you wouldn't be allowed to play outside. But when
What?
you wouldn't be allowed to play outside
At school?
at school when it rained.
No, that's not true.
Well, in our school you wouldn't be able to play outside.
You weren't
You'd have-
allowed?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to go outside if it rained.
Wow.
You'd have to. You'd still get your break, obviously, but you'd have to stay in your class.
Right.
But then the teachers would go, well, our fucking break's in the staff room, so fucking have at. But then they realised, the P1s and the P2 kids, they probably still need supervision. It's not going to be us. We get our break.
Let's send the B kids.
So they'd send the primary 7s
Yeah.
to go look after the primary 1s. Now, different ends of the school, the primary 1s and the primary 7s. When I was in primary 7, one day it was raining, I was on the fucking rota to go look after the primary 1s. So I walked to the other end of the school, and I'm in the class. I think there's 2 of us now, me and another person from primary 7. And I need to go to the toilet. So I go to the toilet during this break, and then this whole moment happens to me, and I had a whole fucking, what do I do here? So I walk into the toilet, and there's this little kid, this little P1 kid, with his trousers and his pants round his ankles, peeing in the urinal. Because that's how you do it when you're that age. You don't really know better when you're that age.
I don't think I did that in P1.
I definitely did it in P1. And it was a thing in P1.
Right.
Well, that's how this kid's pissing. That's what he's doing. Now, I'm there as a P7. I now know the fucking zipper or just flop out the top. I know that now. I've got that tactic down by now.
Good.
But am I about
So
to
proud of you.
am I about to blow this little kid's mind and show him? I don't want to be the one. It doesn't feel right that I should be the one to show him the way. So I'm now going. I'm gonna do my trousers around the ankles as well, just so he feels normal. Blend in. It's not my place to teach this kid this whole new world.
You're a fucking maniac. You go with it.
It's
Oh
not my
my
place
God.
to teach
What
this
the-
kid the ways of adult.
You're okay.
So I went, bang on, mate, and I fucking dropped
Joined
him right
in.
down, and I pat him on the back, and I went, look at us.
You pat
No,
him
of
on the
course I
back.
didn't pat him on the back. None of this happened.
Look
It's
at
all,
us. None
it's
of
all
it
comedy.
happened.
No. Sure. None of it happened.
Right.
Anyway, on that.
I don't know what to
note-
believe. My head's all fucking loopy still.
Well, you've lost a lot of blood.
Mm.
None of this is real. We haven't even podcasted.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Are my trousers at my ankles right now? Somewhere?
Mate, you're not even here.
That's what I mean, somewhere.
Oh, somewhere. Oh, I fucked it then. Shit. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I believe I am here.
You are.
I can't wait to listen back to this gold.
We'll edit it before this bit.
Well, wait.
Will it?
You're pushing the mic away. We're done.
Of course we're done.
All right,
We've
okay.
We're
We're ending it on that. No big laugh, nothing. Just fizzling out.
How dare you? How dare you? I think the story.
I
want to
dissect that way more.
Oh, okay, right. We can dissect it more.
Why would you not just piss normal? And then they wouldn't go, oh my God.
They would
the
go,
ways
oh my God.
of the world.
They would go, oh my God, the ways of the world.
I don't believe they would.
He's fucking standing there. With
He's
his
probably
trousers
seen other people do it already.
He hasn't.
He just
If
drops
he has,
everything
why is
and
he
lifts
still
his
doing
top.
it? There's
Because it's easier for him. Lift his top up. Bye-bye. It's easier for him. He doesn't know. He's not dexterous enough.
I actually don't believe that it
Not
is
got the motor
easier.
skills.
I don't believe it is easier.
I think it's easier.
I think it's easier to just flop out the top. That's the easiest.
But it's not flopping though, is it? We've heard how theatrical your knob is.
Here I am at the top of jeans.
Brave New World. There's no business like urinating.
I just think it wasn't my place to teach this kid the way, so I fitted in.
Okay.
Like fucking undercover.
That's such a mad
like an
thing
undercover
to do.
cop.
That's not.
I just blend in.
What if somebody walked in and seen your bare arse?
They would have went.
You're in primary 7 at this point.
Yeah.
So you're like, what, 10?
Yeah.
10 years old and you've
Yep.
got the keeks of the ankles.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
And I would like to think, even if a fucking teacher walked in, they would have went.
Imagine the teacher done it
What?
as well. It's like those thought experiments.
That's literally what I was going to say. Teacher would have come in and went,
Uh-oh.
I'll follow
my
his
place to
lead.
teach them.
I'll follow his lead. I think he would have.
Tie over the shoulder.
Mr. Lockhart would have done that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well, how about that?
Are we happy to finish dissecting
Yeah.
there?
I love that
Great
little
little
noise.
noise.